Education is not easily defined or put in a box, but is a constantly occurring development and structure of knowledge in everyone's daily life. Formal education in classrooms is the process of helping students understand new ideas and to help them create and extend upon their knowledge of the world around them. As educators, we strive to help all of our students achieve and succeed in their learning and to carry educational success into all other aspects of their lives. My beliefs of education stem from my own experiences, information taught to me, and observations I have made. I believe in order to be an effective educator, one must understand the methods used to achieve student success, including a strong knowledge of content area and the ability to convey this to students, expert classroom management skills, the ability to control and adapt to environmental factors, a focus on literacy instruction, and comprehension of how to assess student knowledge. As a society, we make decisions for our future based on our knowledge of the effects of decisions from our past. This knowledge is not innate, and rather something taught in school. Social studies classes focus on conveying information deemed significant and worthwhile in history, government, geography, and economics. In order to successfully teach these subjects, social studies teachers must have a strong knowledge base and the ability to express the information as well as explain its causes and effects. I believe social studies to be a building block in a student's ability to critically analyze and evaluate information. The information I will be teaching is at least partially biased regardless of where it is attained, and as a future teacher, I believe that students need not only learn what is required, but to assess the validity of the information provided and apply the lessons learned to their own lives. Teaching and developing these critical thinking skills is quite challenging in itself. Adding the complications experienced in classroom management magnifies this difficulty. I plan to face this challenge head-on by establishing a suitable classroom designed specifically for the students in my class. Rules and procedures must be clearly outlined at the beginning of each semester, and students should be able to refer back to them at any time for clarification. The classroom environment must promote learning and comprehension, but must also be a place where students are comfortable and willing to work. I believe respect is one aspect of classroom management that teachers underestimate, and it is something a teacher must give students in order to earn it in return. Once a teacher has mastered their content knowledge in classroom management, the next important step is to control and adapt to environmental factors. Teachers must be able to react quickly and deal with issues that arise. Teachers must have backup instruction for days when class is shortened or interrupted, and be able to adapt lesson plans that are not going well. As teachers, we are limited to the amount of time we can spend teaching the information students must know to pass state and federal required exams. This being the case, every lesson needs to be effective in developing the students' understanding and allowing them to build on what they know. While I may not be able to control everything that occurs in my classroom, I do have control over how I am prepared for and react to any situation. As a content teacher, it will be my responsibility to teach my students not only the subject matter, but how to learn in a social studies class. This, more often than not, will require incorporating literacy education for those students who are reading below grade level. The ability to read and write is a basic necessity of life that we must work to develop in our students. As a teacher, even in secondary education, we often have students in our class who are struggling with literacy. While we must teach them the content information, it is our social responsibility to ensure that they are given the opportunity to develop and enhance their literacy skills. In differentiating instruction and creating engaging lessons, it will be important to offer students reading material that will interest them. This material will range in ability level for students who are below, at, or above grade level, and will allow them to gain a more insightful understanding of the content they are studying. Literacy education can go beyond grade level and allow students to not only be able to read and write, but to evaluate what they are reading and draw conclusions. To ensure information is being presented in a way students can learn, teachers must assess students' comprehension of the subject. These assessments are done informally daily in classrooms and formally with homework, tests, and projects provided over the course of the semester. I believe in order to properly assess student learning, teachers must provide ample opportunities for students to demonstrate their knowledge and to allow them to do this in several ways. Not all students perform well on tests and quizzes, and many will struggle to do extended projects. By offering a variety of assessments over the course of a semester, students are better able to demonstrate what they have learned. My philosophy of education reflects what I have witnessed in education, both good and bad, and the positive aspects I took from these experiences. There is no such thing as a perfect teacher, but education is a profession that requires us to strive to attain perfection. As a teacher, I plan to constantly find ways to improve my methods and to develop teaching strategies that will positively impact my students' learning. No teacher will be able to reach every student, and all teachers need to prepare themselves to have students who will fail. However, in these difficult times, it is necessary to remember the words of President Ronald Reagan. We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone.